All right. It says you are live. Okay. I had to wake up. Good morning, guys. God bless each and every one of you. It's a Throwback Thursday, February 22nd, 2024, 13 minutes after the hour. Welcome all our beloved supporters and fans to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. The chat room is open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, where we've been molding minds for mornings for a few years now. So we appreciate you. SennyJ, God bless you. Good morning. What's going on, and how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today on this Throwback Thursday. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know what is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. We're also going to have front page news with SennyJ, where I will let you know what is happening locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that.
Right. Please stick around for all we have to right into this. Tomorrow, definitely have Sharon Barnes. We'll call in since it's Heart Month, and she's involved with the Heart Foundation group. Now, good morning. It's your boy. It's your favorite uncle, Shawn Harvey, comedian. You already know what it is. And SennyJ's over there, and Miss Miko will be in a minute. Now, I want to talk about something real quick before we get into the current events. Remember in school, they used to call them current events. Now, this is going to segue into what I wanted to say, and I'm going to just draw it out a little bit. Last night, I did a comedy show in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, wherever the hell that's at. That's 45 minutes outside of Philadelphia, an hour and 15 minutes outside of Bethlehem, in the middle of nowhere. Right. And there's no direct road to get there. You got to take a state road to another road to another road to another road. Sure. And then you wind up in the place. The place was absolutely beautiful, right? We had a great time. The crowd was absolutely fabulous. A great crowd. They came out to laugh. My man Aldo, New York King talent, myself, and the one and only Tommy Davidson was on the show, right?
Right.
Now, all of us are friends and we know each other. And when we see each other, it's just goodwill. And we know we got a job to do, right? So we there's nothing but love and harmony while we working, everybody's getting their laugh on. We selling merch. We doing our job. The audience is doing their job. They're laughing, having a good time. The place was called Soul Joe's Cafe. It was a beautiful place. In one room, you have 400 white folks playing bingo. And in our room, you had a couple of hundred people watching the comedy show. So it was a great night for them on a Wednesday night. And like I said, it was done for harmony. We took pictures. I'm going to post some of them, later on today, because, I'm horrible at posting pictures. I need to get better at that. And I bring this driving point because in comedy, just like any other business or any kind of relationships, you have static with other comedians, you have problems. That's with any workplace. Some folks don't like each other, and that's just a reality. There's a communication breakdown. We get it. But I share all this to say that I'm sharing the story backwards. The other day, Darnell Rollins, the comedian, and Corey Holcombs got into a shouting match.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And Darnell was in the audience and Corey was on stage. And I think I have some of this. I think I got some of this video. I want to see if you can hear this, Cindy. Let me see if I could turn this up. Let me see.
Okay.
Listen.
You can't really hear it, Shawn.
Can you hear it?
No, you can't really hear it. I can see if I can pull up the video and I can share it. Let me see.
Let me see. I want to. What about now?
You can hear something, but you can't hear what they're saying.
All right, I gotta pop up the video. But listen, this is the thing. This is the.
Can't hear what they're saying.
This is the driving point that I'm trying to make. And good morning, everybody. God bless everybody. Kathy Garrison, my mayor, Prince Scott Snowballs. Good morning. Here's the driving point. Darnell Rollins got upset at what Corey Holcomb has said earlier, or whatever, on his podcast, and he really it bothered him. Must have bothered him. So he came to the show, and I think they did the show together. And then Corey went on stage, and Darnell yelled at him because Darnell got mad because Corey Holcomb called Darnell Rollins a mild comedian. Not hot, not regular, just mild, and he's just regular funny. And Darnell Rollins took offense to that. But the problem that I have with it is the fact that Darnell went on stage, went in the audience. He was like in the audience watching the show and then started yelling out at Corey Holcomb while he was on stage. Now, here's where I got a problem with that. That's usually the audience job. The audience job when they come to a comedy show is to laugh, or if it's not funny, don't laugh. Or if they feel like yelling at a comedian, they could do that as well. They could yell in a positive way or a negative way. Some people yell at me when I'm on stage, but it's a term of endearment. Like they'll say something like, that's right, that's right. You tell them. That's a term of endearment. Or there's some people that yell, get off the stage. I get it. And that's the job of the audience. And to eat food, spend money, whatever. The job of comedians is get on stage and tell jokes if they're funny or not, whatever. That's another issue. But for two comedians to yell at each other from the stage, it's not a good look. So to my fellow comedians, and I've been chopping up with them, like, what's going on? The way to make it to the top now is to battle each other and yell at each other on stage. I think it wasn't a good look for Darnell Rollins to yell out at Corey Holcomb. If he had a problem with it, he could have waited till Corey get off the stage, and then they could have confronted each other and talked about it. Yes, Corey Holcomb is an agitator, and Corey Holcomb's keep it real. He's funny as hell on stage. Corey Holcomb's one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen perform. Darnell Rollins is hilarious. They're both funny to me.
Right.
But for a comedian to yell out in the audience at another comedian, I think that's totally a contradiction on what we do. Like, what is this turning into? And welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team, the Queen SennyJ, and the Queen Miss Miko. What is the workplace environment turning into? Are we doing this for the likes? Because my whole thing is this: if a no-name comedian went online and said to Darnell Rollins, "Hey, you just a mild comedian, just regular funny," would you take offense to it? Because it was Corey Holcomb, who has a giant platform, who has a large audience support and a podcast. There's a problem with it, because there's some comedians and comedy supporters that don't like my act, don't think I'm funny. That's fine. I'm not going to take offense to it and go on stage and start yelling at comedians and yelling at the audience because they don't think I'm funny. Comedy is subjective. I get it. Some people think I'm hilarious. Some people think I'm mild or regular, whatever. That's fine. But I'm not going to sit there and while a comedian is performing and I'm a comedian, I'm going to yell out to the comedian while they're on stage. Darnell, did you take the bait, bro? Because we've done that in life. People have said words to all of us that triggered us to where we couldn't even hold our emotions and we started tripping anyway. I get it. But when you got TMZ was got the footage, and they of course they started playing it, and it just was disturbing to me to see two high-ranking comedians go at each other because of what one said to the other. I mean, if that's the case, all of us would be upset with everybody, and everybody talks about each other. Watch when this podcast is over. Senny and I are going to talk about one of y'all in the chat room.
Well, but that's what Corey Holcomb does. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm going to yield my time. Let's say one more thing. She's absolutely right. Corey Holcomb is he's an agitated type of a guy. He will pull your trigger. He will pull your trigger. He'll pull an emotion from you, but don't take the bait like that. And Darnell Rollins,
what do you want him to do? You want him to act like Chris Rock and just be like, okay. Like, no, he's not going to do that, especially when he's trying to do his set and he's literally disrupting him. What was he supposed to do?
Who was supposed to who what person you talking about?
Donnell Rollins. He was on stage, right?
No, Corey Holcomb was on stage. Donnell Rollins yelled out to him.
Oh, I thought that was him on stage.
Yo, everybody, don't forget about the birthday bash. Comedy in Harlem, March the 2nd. These tickets are moving fast. Doors open up at 7, showtime 8. That's on a Saturday, March the 2nd at Comedy in Harlem. Come see your boy. For a comedian to yell, see, if I have a problem with a comedian, and I've had in my past, there's some comedians, we don't even speak to each other. We'll work with each other and won't even speak to each other, won't even acknowledge each other. That's fine. And then we'll work. But I'm not going to yell out at a comedian while he's on stage. I mean, maybe there's levels to it. Like maybe if you were so disrespectful and you did something where I came into that room and I ran on stage because you know, like the young folks say, we got to deal with it on site. That's different. You disrespect my mom. You did something crazy. I'm on site. I don't care what's going on. I understand that. But for him to just say, yo, you're just a regular comedian or you're just regular funny, for you to go off like that, it's not a good look. We've all been through that. I'm going to yield my time. We've all been through people saying things about us and our lives, and we knew it. We knew that somebody said, yo, Shawn's a clown. All right, I'll be a clown. I got my red hat, red nose on, but I didn't react to it because I discarded it. I said, all right, cool, you're a clown too, and now I keep it moving. So there's levels to how far you can go to where your emotions start taking over. Darnell, friend of mine. Corey, friend of mine. Darnell, not a good look. Not a good look yelling out at Corey at a comedy show. Because then does that open up the floodgates for other comedians to start yelling at each other? It's not a good look. SennyJ, I yield my time. I yield back. And God bless.
I think I have part of it on here. Hold on for anybody that didn't see it. Let's see.
I want to see the heart.
All right, listen. This be fair. Fair conversation. No. Let's be fair. Let's be fair and real. You say you keep it 100. Know how I get down. 32. I rip.
Welcome to the show.
You rip lights? I rip. You ask anybody ever see me ball. Anybody. And you ask anybody that don't know me, I keep it gangster. I don't say you. No, you trying to say I'm a bum. I ain't no bum. No, I didn't say. And that saw. Your money is mine. It's mine. You know what? You know what you're doing now? You're a provocateur. You know how to incite people. Ain't nothing mild about my. People look at you. Ain't nothing. You was at the mall and put you out with your hot dog in your hand. And guess what? You can say what you want to say. You calling me a mild comic is totally off. So you're a strong guy. I'm a beast. That's right.
See?
That was just the video of Donnell Rollins coming at Corey Holcomb.
Yes, coming
at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, sounding real crazy.
But it was an opportunity. He obviously heard what he was saying. He was probably in the area when he was performing and decided to go down there and say his piece. I mean,
yeah, but
it's not professional or whatever, but that's to say, I mean, I feel like ever since Cat Williams came out with his interview, people are in their feelings. I mean, nobody's really talking about Donnell Rollins. I mean, of course, he's a veteran in the game. He is funny. And I feel like Corey Holcomb, nobody was really talking about him recently until, that whole thing with Will and Jada, and he was, really disparaging toward her. Nobody's really talking about either of them, but,
okay. Well, good morning, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start. Right, we are back. God bless us. Sharon Bonds tomorrow, Heart Foundation. But my whole thing is, are we doing this for the likes? And that's with anything, not only with comedy. Do we have to be so dramatic? This is something that he could have said off stage. If a comedian said to me, Shawn, you're not funny, I'm not going to go to the comedy show and yell out at the comedian, yo, you said I wasn't funny, man. I've never bombed. Like, that sounds crazy to me.
I mean, people get fired every day, but there's some people that come back and shoot the place up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people handle situations differently. That's why people need to watch who you're talking to, because they will pop up.
And you know,
it's good that he didn't like run on stage and like physically altercate, but I mean, it might be good for both their brands.
These are guys that make $10,000 and $20,000 a weekend. Like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, but the male ego is very fragile.
If I'm making 20 to 30, if I'm making like $80,000 a month doing stand-up, you think I care what another comic calls me mild? There's comics out there that make tremendous amount of money. Not even funny. So my whole thing is
unhinged. He was probably drinking. Don't you always say that alcohol has a big part to play in this?
you absolutely, I do say that, but Darnell Rollins, not a good look for you, bro. I understand it. Like, I get you're in your feelings, but for you to yell out in the audience like that, that's not. And then what Corey said,
I think it livened up the show. I think the people enjoyed it. To be honest, it was a great show. Laugh Factory is probably happy as hell.
Yeah, well, of course, the others are gonna eat off of it.
And obviously, Corey Holcomb doesn't care for. Or Donnell Rollins doesn't care for Corey Holcomb anyway. So it's not like any love was lost. There obviously was no love there to begin with. So, the professional courtesy is out the window because he don't give a damn about you. So
yeah, no doubt.
Why would I care that you're performing? I'm going to come at you.
That's on site, like the young folks would say.
On site, right.
On site. Yo, you're a regular comedian. Guess what? I'm coming at you on site. All right. That's what we're doing. All right, guys. Welcome to the show. Any place on my nephew Lee Scott's in the building. I appreciate you. Tracy Ray, don't forget about the birthday celebration. Your guys come out. Comedy in Harlem, March the 2nd. And then we out here in Bethlehem on March the 9th. I'm going to keep talking about it. I need everyone in the building. Come celebrate with your boys. It's my birthday. We're going to get our laugh on. We got a bunch of comedians. Maybe Corey Holcomb or Donnell Rollins might stop by. I don't know. But y'all come on by. Comedy in Harlem. Saturday, March the 2nd. All right, Cindy, we're going to get into some front page. My man, Brian, man, what's up, man? Come down to the show, man. Bethlehem, March the 9th, brother. Princess said he protesting. Princess, bring your ass down to the building, man. We know we need you there. No protest. All right, welcome to the show. We've been doing this for 6 years. We truly appreciate you so much. We ain't going nowhere. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? I want to see the hearts in the chat room right now on this Throwback Thursday. We're going to change all the names. I'm getting tired of, matter of fact, I'm getting tired of Motivational Monday. I'm getting tired of Throwback Thursday. I'm getting tired of Feel Good Friday. Stanley, I have an assignment for you in the next couple of weeks. Please change the titles of these morning show days. I don't like them. I'm tired of them. Motivational Monday. We do motivate on Monday.
Don't tell me to change something. I will get 1 day a week. I won't even know what day it is.
Oh my God.
Change that for you, Shawn. We don't have to do any day.
Oh my God.
Y'all can tune in at 3:00 on Fridays. Get the drop.
Right. And you know what, guys? We were even talking about doing the show at night. So we were talking about that. So, but anyway, Cindy, please, you and Tamiko get together, please. And this Motivational Monday, these Throwback Thursdays, and these Feel Good Fridays, throw them in the trash. I'm getting tired of them. Okay. Let's do something different here. All right, listen, we're gonna do some front page news. And then guys, if you guys, I remember Princess gave us a Wednesday, but we don't do Wednesdays anymore. Princess, throw another name up there for Thursday. Folks in the chat room, if Cindy can't help us out, give us some suggestions for Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. What should we title the name? Okay. Remember back in the days, Princess gave us, I think it was whatever Wednesdays, I think Princess gave us. Whatever names you have, please, because I'm tired of it. And matter of fact, I'm done with them. I'm done with Motivational Monday, Throwback Thursdays and Feel Good Fridays. Sounds crazy. Let's switch them up and let's get some new names here for the days of the week that we're airing. Sitting, Wendy Gonzalez, my sis. What's up, Wendy? Come on down to the comedy show March the 2nd. You getting that money? Let's go. And everybody, we changing the names of the titles of the show during the day. Motivational Monday out the window. Don't make something up for us. Give us a suggestion. Throwback Thursday, done. I'm done with that. I'm done. No more throwbacks. Can't stand throwbacks. This is the and Friday, Feel Good Friday. We're done with that.
I can't.
Adrian, I don't know what's going on this weekend, but what I do know, this weekend I'm in Jersey doing comedy, but what I do know is March the 2nd. Come on down to Comedy in Harlem, brother. Wendy, thank you so much. Come on, show your beloved brother some love, and let's come on down to Comedy in Harlem. All right, Cindy. And guys, please, if you have any suggestions, let us know. I need 3 names. Motivational Monday, done. Throwback Thursday, done. Feel Good Friday, done. All right, Cindy, it's your turn.
Yes. Hi you guys, how you doing? I'm gonna let you know what's going on in social media entertainment world. The biggest thing that has caught everyone by storm these past few days is the story of Risa Tisa on TikTok. If you heard it, it is her 50-part series. She did 50 videos, 10 minutes each long, which was unprecedented for TikTok. It's literally broken the internet. People are talking about it has changed the way that people will interact with social media in the time to come. There have been rumors that TikTok is looking to change the way, like, it's not just, people mostly look at TikTok as just like a dance app for little kids. It is definitely swiftly transitioning into a longer video form platform. They do want to compete with YouTube. So in the coming months, you're definitely going to see more people posting longer videos. The videos are now going to be sideways so that you can watch them more on your TV. So the fact that Risa Tisa put out this video, exactly how they're looking to have it go in the future, I guess we're going to be seeing more people doing that. Now on TikTok, there's a trend, people say story time, where they tell about something that has happened to them. In this 50-part series, she talks about her ex-husband and how he was a pathological liar, narcissist, and she was basically in this relationship for about a year. And she was only, and in that year, she was only married to him for about 6 months. People have been crediting her storytelling skills, her ability to keep them engaged. And it's really been a thrilling ride. There've been plenty of videos. In one of the stories that she said in the video was about how her ex had promised her that he would take her to London for her birthday. And she was really excited about it. He had printed out an itinerary. He got all this stuff together. It wasn't a booked trip yet. And that's basically like the theme of her relationship with him. It was like he would build her up for things like buying a house, buying a car, going on a trip. But then suddenly something would just happen where it couldn't happen. And she basically just went through the motions of this for about a year, even up until they got married. So with her taking over TikTok and her story coming all over the place, there have been people that have been donating to her Cash App, company CEOs that have offered to take her to London so she can experience London and Paris. And so she officially said that this week she will be going to, not this week, but she has received the money to go to London and Paris, and everybody is very excited for her. It definitely opens up the bigger discussion as to why women get themselves into these situations. Risa definitely talks about how she was, desperate at the time. She's in her late 30s, never been married, never had a child. And she really thought that he was the one. And, you know, it's really sad to see, because even though she was the one that said this story, there are a lot of women out there that feel that way, that end up getting themselves into these situations with these people. Like, she had only been dating him for 2 weeks, and then quarantine happened and she moved him in her house. Like, any normal person thinking about that would be like, why would you do that? That, like, stranger danger, you don't even know him. But she was looking so much for that, you know, for that love, for that companionship, that this is what she got herself into. And other people now have come out regarding this story. Other women, you know, their sons who have gotten into altercations with him. So this thing has been unfolding for like the past 2 weeks, and it's been really, really crazy. So I just want to know if you guys are in the chat room, if any of you guys have seen it. I watched the whole thing. I watched all 50 videos. It took me like a day and a half, but I sped it up. She's a great storyteller, because she literally details from when she met this man to their divorce. She fully details everything. She's one of those people that tells a story. She's like, now remember, you know, and literally I was taking notes, because I was like,
oh my God. Wait.
She was like, remember, this happened on March 15th. That's going to be important later. I was like, ooh.
Oh,
I didn't want to forget.
What the?
And it was just, but one of the things, right, that I thought was interesting. Okay, so they were supposed to go on their first date, right?
Go ahead.
And surprisingly, they were going to the Cheesecake Factory. Okay. Now, this is all taking place in Atlanta. Okay. So she was on her way to the Cheesecake Factory, and on her way there, her tire blows out.
Right.
So she calls him immediately, and she's like, hey, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry, I'm running late. My tire just blew out. You know, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. So she names him as Legion, because she didn't want to use any real names, you know, telling this story. But people on the internet found him, like they always do. And, you know, his name is Jeremy McCoy.
Whoa.
So anyway, Jerome McCoy. So y'all look out. But anyway, so she calls him. She's like, I got to blow out. I don't know what to do. So he's like, drop me your pin. Where are you? He comes. He puts on a spare. He takes her to the tire shop. Like, I guess there was a tire shop around the corner. He buys her a new tire. She's like, wow. You know, a lot of the propaganda that's coming out for women in dating, it says like, you know, if men are problem solvers and they, you know, it's like if you tell a man a problem and he, you know, helps you fix it, you know, then he must be really into you and things like that. So she's going off of that. They had dinner. They talked like all night. He's telling her stuff about himself, which was all a lie, and all this stuff. So she really got infatuated with him at that point. And so people feel like, you know, it opened up a bigger conversation for vetting people correctly. And what are some telltale signs that somebody is into you? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. God bless you.
Not God bless.
You are well invested in this.
Yeah, I was watching it for like 2 days.
Okay. First of all, Senny, I like Wendy Gonzalez, Wake the F Up Mondays. I like that. Wake the F Up Mondays. I like it, Senny. I like that. For some reason, I like that. Wake the F Up Mondays. It's going to seeping into my soul. I'm gonna hold on to that, Wendy. I like that. That might be a go. All right. Now back to this, and then you can finish up. Everybody, please, a moment of silence for SennyJ, because she's well invested in these kind of melodramas that play out on the social media platforms, which is nothing wrong with that. This woman is telling it all. This is the worst woman you want to date, because she's going to tell everything. And to God, everybody knows this guy's name, which is good. This is all a good situation. This woman absolutely played herself. Was there desperate moments for her to be in a relationship? No. She got infatuated immediately with this narcissistic dude, and I guess we could go. He went. Obviously, it's like almost with most relationships, all lies. All the lies have come out at the end, and she's documenting this on TikTok via social YouTube.
No,
but who's the victim? But who's the victim here? Miss, it's you. You saw all of the signs. What he did, he pulled out his penis, slapped it on your forehead, and you lost your mind. And the woman, listen, and 2 weeks into the relationship, you moved the guy in. I'm not even mad at you for that. I dated a chick back in the day for 3 hours and moved in. I get it. Fellas, put a number in chat room if you, how fast did you move in after you met the chick, the woman? I met a woman back in the day. 3 hours later, I was in.
But then, there's all people that have known each other for like a month and then they get married. So right. It's like, how do you know when somebody's for you or when they're not? So it's like, I feel like it's easy for people to look at her and be like, you dumb, you shouldn't have did that. But at the same time, because I was in a relationship with a narcissist. So I totally get it. So that's why I feel like, I feel compassion for her, because now, mind you, this happened in 2020. So, and I think their relationship was dissolved by August of 2021. So this is definitely, she's had a little time to heal and stuff like that. But you're like, how deep she was in with this and how everything went, it's definitely going to take her years, and she should definitely seek a therapist to get over this. She said she does have one. But
this sounds like
it's very hard.
This sounds like, and welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your want to start right. This sounds like any bad relationship in America. It's just a bad situation on her part, on his part. He lied from day one. How many times have we done that? Fellas, put a number one chat room if you ever lied in a relationship while you was dating. Give me 17 number ones. He just went to the extreme with it. She was desperate to be in a relationship or be married or whatever. And it was a lethal combination of the two, which manifested to all these videos. Yeah. Do you? Yeah, of course you see compassion because you've been involved with a narcissistic relationship. Some of us, even if not dealt with a narcissist, have been people who know people who've dealt with the narcissist, and that's what this is. She made videos. God bless her. She exposed the dude, rightfully so. And let me guess, Cindy, before we move on, did she meet this guy on a dating site?
Yes.
See,
she met him on Facebook dating.
Right. So bitch, that's what you get. You met the dude on Facebook dating site. Are we serious? What are we talking about? A lot of that is bots now and automation. These people are not even real on Facebook dating site. So, there's a lot of indicators there that say that this is doomed from the beginning. And men, I mean, some of us are honest. Some of us are like, yo, listen, I just want to smash and keep it moving. And some of us just don't have the courage to say that, because that's what this is really about. This man had told a mountain of lies. Only thing he wanted to do was smash. He was a narcissist that wanted to smash. And she had this picture in her mind about, the white picket fence, the family, the wife. There's a lot of women out here for some reason they want to get married. There's nothing wrong with that, but they take it to a whole nother level in their head, and it distorts their decision making. I'm not an expert. You all already know. I'm not an expert, relationship expert. You already know. Been thrown out of 57 women houses. I've been in 78 relationships. I'm not that guy, but that's what this sounds like. Cindy, Go ahead, finish up so we can move on. This is, and Cindy, why are you watching? Why are you watching this? The whole episodes, all 27,000 episodes. Why?
I was watching
What's wrong
it
with you?
well, I got into it because people were talking about it and, saying how they invested they were. So I was like, let me see what they're talking about. And when I started watching it, I got intrigued. I wanted to, because the series is called Who the F Did I Marry?
Oh my God. Oh my God. And then wait a minute. But the one thing I do like the fact that this woman has parlayed this into trips and sympathy and people showing her love. If that's the case, we might as well show all the women love on this earth, all 30 billion of them, because they all been through the same thing, basically.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, nobody's strong enough to tell their story. And now, do I believe everything she said? No. To be honest, I think that there's a lot of, because during the story, she kept saying, I wasn't going to say this because it makes me look really dumb, but I'm just going to give you guys the real. I think there was a lot of things that she said, that she kept out because it was really just crazy. So I think she was painting herself as naive, but I think that she also had some other things going on that she probably didn't want to tell anybody. So no, I don't believe everything that she's saying, but I think the premise of, what she was talking about, a lot of women can relate. I could relate to it. And I wanted to get to the bottom of, now, by the things that she was saying, I felt like I knew he was lying. But when you get to the end and you just found out how deep the lie was, it was just really crazy.
And that's the problem with, and then we got to move on because this is too much. I want to talk about some goofy and hoodies.
People.
See, here's the part. It's a lot. See, back in the day, remember, I'm not a relationship expert. How many times have I said that? Back in the day, us men, boy, we used to lie at will. It was very hard to discover the lie because we didn't have information in real time like we do today. Come on, 20, 30, 40 years ago, most men had two different families, one in Brooklyn and one in the Bronx. Nobody knew about it. Men had kids out there. No one knew about the kids until the kids were 17 years old. A man can't have a baby now. It's in real time. The other woman's going to know about it. So what I'm saying, and I'm just using that as an example, it's very difficult to lie anymore in a relationship, because all the information is right there. You really can't lie about your job. You can't lie about what your social status, because at some point it's gonna come out. Your personal information is very easy to find it. So that's what makes this story baffling, which makes her an idiot and he's stupid, because the information is so easy to find. So when you start conversating with somebody, you can easily say, hey, yeah, I got a doctorate degree from the University of Massachusetts in pharmacy. And you could talk for a few weeks. But after a while, it's going to come out or the person's going to research it. So that's the problem here. Because of the times that we live in today, the lying has to be, you have to have a well thought out lie now. You just can't lie like you used to.
But I think the difference though is like when somebody's asking you a question, like, Shawn, where did you go to school? And you say, I went to the University of Texas for 4 years, and then after that, You're not, you might be a little bit more skeptical because there's usually a reason why somebody's asking a question. But when you just come out the gate unprompted and lie, it's like, it's a little different, because at the end of the day, nobody was even asking you. So if you're bringing something up, nobody's going to think that you're lying about it. They're just going to think, oh, he wants to, or they want to, because it could be a female as well, you don't usually think. So this guy was like just bringing up just blatant lies. And I could understand a person lying because, maybe they're ashamed of their background, or, there's a real difference between being, maybe a compulsive liar and a pathological liar, like somebody who's really trying to manipulate you with their lies. Yeah. Like, it's real crazy. And sometimes people don't know where to judge where it's coming from.
Right. So, and of course, listen, we all lied, because if you never lied, then you're lying. Ain't nobody on this that's listening to this show on this earth never told a lie. Right. Are you a regular liar or pathological? It's different. It's compulsive is one thing, and you want to tell lies where you can go back to the person later and go, listen, I lied and I apologize, but this is really me, or this is, what I'm going through or whatever. That's different. But so this is not really about this relationship between these two people. It's really about lying. This is what this is really about. Because once you start lying in the relationship and in the beginning, especially, it's hard to go back. And that's what this is about. She believed the lies. He was a liar. And this was both unfortunate. I'm glad that this chick got free trips and people are showing her sympathy. And I'm also glad that she exposed this person for who he is and his name, because that's just what he get. Because only thing he's doing is going from one person to the next person to the next one. Well, my man, Jason, what's his name? Jason?
Jerome McCoy.
Jerome McCoy, as black folks say, you gonna learn today. Do you understand the assignment, sir? You are being thoroughly embarrassed, and you should, because you're an idiot. All right, guys, listen. And Cindy, stop watching these weird videos.
No,
are you watching these for education?
I need to know what's going on. Y'all are you watching it? You guys are going to be lucky I told you about this today, because that's all that's on social media. So I don't know what you guys would do.
Yeah, but are you watching it? Are you watching it for the drama or educational purposes, or both?
I feel like both. Both. I learn from every woman's story. I learned something new. And so I was thoroughly invested in Risa. I really liked her accountability that she took. She knows what she did was wrong. And I really think the theme is, and what people should take away from it, is boundaries. She literally let down every one of her boundaries. She's a Christian woman. She didn't want to live with a man without being married. Boom, that's out the window. She, she's just everything that she held close to her, she let it out the window. And I think that's important.
All right. Well, again, what was Wendy Gonzalez's name again for Mondays? Wake the F up Mondays. I like that.
Do you?
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. We are in the building. Cindy, let's go. What's the next story you have? Show's rocking so far today. Cindy with the relationships all the time. I hope, Cindy, the next man you find is not a compulsive liar. I hope that's the case. But go ahead, Cindy, what you got?
The next story. And Prentice, we were talking about something that's gone viral on TikTok. Like, keep up, bro.
Talk about men lying and women believing in it. Go ahead, Cindy.
It's a 50-part series on TikTok, so you should check it out. I think they've condensed it and put it on YouTube, so you can look it up if you want to.
And you know how Cindy's always into these relationship melodramas on social media. She gets off on it. Pause.
Oh, yeah. Speaking about melodramas, did you know the new season of Love is Blind is out?
No, I didn't.
Y'all let me know in the comments if you want me to do a little Love is Blind video. We can talk about it. We can have a little watch party, because Love is Blind is really getting out of control. But that's, I'll save that for another day. I'll save that for another live. Speaking of relationships, last week, Fani Willis, I always want to say her name right, but I always mess it up. I think it's Fani Willis and her and her ex, or her entanglement or whatever, with her special prosecutor, they had a hearing last week to determine the validity of her hiring him for this case, and if she was secretly getting funds if she was getting kickbacks from hiring him on this Trump prosecution. She defied the wishes of lawyers in her office and demanded to testify at the evidentiary hearing Thursday, involving a motion to disqualify her from prosecuting the Georgia 2020 election interference case against former President Donald Trump. The DA's lawyers tried to dead the subpoena for her to testify, but Willis was intent on defending her reputation and making it clear that the allegations against her are bogus. Before she took the stand, she asked for copies of 3 filings from the motion submitted by Ashley Merchant, who's the attorney for Trump co-defendant Michael Roman. During the hearing, she held up each of the copies and called the assertions contained within them lies. During the 2 hours of testimony, Willis offered a blistering rebuke against accusations she had an improper romantic relationship with Nathan Wade. She fielded questions from defense lawyers representing Trump. It was initially unclear whether Willis would appear when the proceedings began, but in the afternoon, she entered the courtroom to take the stand, declaring, "I'm ready to go." She said, "You've been intrusive into people's lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. She said, "I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you tried to put me on trial. I object to you getting any personal records of mine," because they were looking for her, her bank documents and things like that. I have some video here from when she was testifying, if any of you haven't seen it. She went in there guns blazing. I was feeling it all. She wasn't trying to, because all of this is just basically ridiculous. She did clear up the fact about the trips. She said that he would pay for trips on his card, but that she would give him cash for it later. One of the key takeaways is that she said ever since she was a little girl, her father always told her to keep cash. He actually even gifted her a safe and lock boxes so that she could keep cash for herself. And so the prosecution was trying to be like, "Oh, so do you go to the ATM and da-da-da?" She's like, "No, I can't show you where I actually took out money because it's something that I've just been doing all my life." She's like, "When you go to the door and you get $20 change, or you go to the bank and you get go do whatever and you get cash back." She's like, "And then you just take that little change and you put it in your lockbox." She's like, "I've been doing that for years, so I can't even tell you where the money accumulated from. And I always keep money in my house. I've always had money in my house. I always keep it." And then actually her father, he came to testify, and he told a very endearing story about how when he was, a young man just growing his family, he went to he was teaching at Harvard, and he went to a restaurant to get some food to eat. And it was him, his wife, and Fonnie when she was a baby. And the server would not take his American Express card. He would not take his Visa card. He wouldn't even take his traveler's checks. For some reason, whatever this restaurant was in Boston back in the day would not take any of his cards. And the bill for their breakfast was $9.95. And he said he had a $10 bill in his pocket. And he said from then on, he always made it a point to carry money on him. And he taught the same thing to his daughter, and he actually gifted her a safe. So I just thought that was really intriguing, and it really kind of brought it all full circle. Fonnie was adamant on saying, "Look, we weren't even really together like that." Basically, she said that their relationship kind of ended in the summer of last year, and that she wasn't trying to take anything from him. She basically felt like, and she alluded to the fact that the reason they broke up or the reason they stopped, being intimate with each other is because Nathan Wade, he was the type of man to feel like all a woman can do for me is make me a sandwich and, whatever. He didn't look at her like an equal. And she said, a man is not a financial plan. They are a companion. And that's what she was looking for. And that's how she felt about Nathan Wade. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Finn.
No, all right. Let me stop. Let's stop. No, stop.
Let's stop.
Stop it. What are we doing today? Today is Relationship Drama Thursday in this bitch? What are we doing?
I'm letting you know the news. This is a high profile case.
This is news?
This is a high profile case down in Florida. First of all, Trump, his cases up in New York are already being held up. He's already been fined. He has to pay like over $355 million in court fees. So this is the only case that is really going to take him to task for what happened in 2020. And they're trying to take her out. So I think that is very important and newsworthy, bro.
Hold on. I'm not saying that is not.
Yes, you are.
Jumping from relationship to relationship story. I feel like this is the days of lives right now. Listen.
I mean, that's what's happening right now.
I'm not mad at you. Great job. I'm saying this. This is what I'm saying.
Oh, let me find her video because my girl was
this woman. Hold on a second. This woman, who's obviously a very educated woman.
Educated down.
Yo, hold on. That has total control of the English language. Wait a minute. Who has this vernacular that's right in tune with the law language, because she could talk the law language as well. Hold on. So they put her on the stand, and here she go articulating herself to the maximum because you can't tell her nothing wrong. This woman has done. Hear me out. This woman has done wrong. She violated the trust of the court by having sex with this dude that's on her team that's not even qualified to be a prosecutor and doesn't even have the license. Wait a minute. And doesn't even have the license to even perform the duties that she want him to serve for Fulton County in Georgia. Now, wait a minute. This woman should be removed from this case.
Wow.
I don't give a damn about your father and the whole thing about the credit cards and you must need a man to sustain you. I don't care about none of that, because if I'm Donald Trump, I want her off the case because the integrity is lost. You have a job to do. And what you did was you got slunged out by this handsome black man that was, by the way, was married while you guys were kind of talking or messing with each other. This is a hot mess. So you could sit there. You're a bad witness. And I tell you why you're a bad witness on the stand, because you know the language. It's like a dude that invented the game and know how to play it. This is terrible. It's not a good look for you, sis. Fanny, you smart as hell. I'm not taking that away from you. You went to school all the way. You are the district attorney of Fulton County, but it's all going to your head because you feel that when you want to open up the vagina, you could do it to anybody and pay them. There's not one time in this story that you shared the fact that she hired this man that's not even qualified to prosecute Donald Trump because he doesn't have the license to do it. I don't give a damn about him giving you money and you paying him back. That's all bullshit to me. That's easy to say. We didn't know how you was living before all of this. Fannie Mae, you are Fannie. What's that? Fannie what? Fannie what? I'm sorry.
Fannie Willis.
Fannie Willis, you're a disgrace to the law, to your co-workers, to Fulton County, who I don't know if they elected you to this position. If this is an elective position, you violated the trust. Only thing you have to say is, yeah, I had an affair with him, my fault. Let's kind of, get this thing back on track. And is he still on the case? Is this man still on the case? This is a man that was married, that had 2 or 3 kids. I don't know what was going on with that. And you knew that this dude was married and he's working with you and you motherfucker, you started playing with his balls?
Okay, first of all, she did say they have been friends for a while. Number one.
Senny.
Number two. Now, okay, I'll give you that, Shawn.
Senny, read between the lines. Senny, read between the lines. Hold on. Read between the lines. Of course, they're gonna say they've been friends and working for a while. They were slaying each other. That's a code word for them, slaying each other.
Okay, but let's be first of all, at the end of the day, this isn't even they're on the same team. So she could sleep with him if she wants to.
Really?
Did she do a professional injustice by not maybe telling her higher up to be aware of the situation? Possibly. But she felt like, if they weren't, because it seems like they were having an internal struggle in their relationship where like he wanted to lead and put her kind of like on the back burner, and she just kind of felt like she wasn't trying to give up her identity to this man. So maybe she was like, I don't know where this is going to go. And they were just fooling around. But at the end of the day, you're accusing me of hiring him to embezzle funds, which is the problem at hand. Am I getting kickbacks for hiring this man? And the answer is no. I can prove that. And number two, even though he's never tried a case like that, he's still an attorney. He can still try it if he wants. It doesn't matter. That y'all don't like it, but hello, aren't we supposed to be giving each other a leg up? If that's he was not her first choice. She went with somebody else. Why are you cutting me off? What?
Senny, because I'm trying to save you from yourself. I'm trying to save you from yourself, and you won't allow me to.
Okay,
Senny,
but how is she being saved from herself? When
I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you from yourself.
Shawn, I don't need to be saved from myself.
Yes, you do. Because
this is a tactic by Trump. Nothing that she did was explicitly breaking the law.
Senny, just because you're a lawyer, you need certain licenses to practice certain law. It's just like a driver's license. You can have a regular driver's license, a CDL, a spaceship license, a license to fly a plane. This guy wasn't qualified. He doesn't have the license. See that? And then again, you talk about
the license. All you have to do is pass the bar exam. What are you talking about?
See, you're not listening. See, there you go. Senny, if you look dive a little deeper into this story, and you will find out that he didn't have the credentials to even be a prosecutor.
They felt like he didn't have the credentials, because if that were the case, Shawn, he never would have been assigned to it in the first place. He was working on this for over a year.
Senny, they were banging each other, and she stepped them up to a position that he wasn't qualified. And of course, that's going to open up a whole can of worms.
It's speculation that he wasn't qualified, because Trump's team is saying that he's never tried a case like this. He's only done injury law, but that's not true. He's done other law things. He's just never tried a case like this, but he is totally qualified to prosecute the case. And it came out in the trial that the reason they're talking about him making $650,000 from the start of this case, the people that were turning down, the people that she was going to prosecute the case, they came out saying that they didn't want to do it because it was too high profile and Trump is like shady as hell. And number two, they weren't going to be getting paid enough. So, I mean, in essence, nobody wanted to touch this case, and he was willing to step in there, whether it was because they were sleeping together or not. But at the end of the day, the question is, was Fanny receiving kickbacks for putting her boyfriend on this case? And the answer is no. So what are we doing right now? All we're doing is holding up Trump's prosecution.
Senny, but do you see? I don't know. You don't see. You see what's in front of you, but you don't see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is it should never be open to be to be scrutinized on this law. Let me finish with this law case.
That's true.
You can't. It's the law. Listen, it doesn't matter if it's Donald Trump or whatever. What if you was on trial and your life depended on this, and you find out that the prosecution is messing with each other and tampering with evidence. I'm not saying that she's tampering with evidence or exchanging monies. Of course, that's gonna. If I was your defense lawyer, I would open up. I'm trying to save you, so of course I'm gonna open up. Hold on. Of course, I'm gonna open up all the speculation. Yo, it could be bribery. Yo, there's kickbacks. Of course, I'm gonna do that because. And I'm please see what I'm saying, because Fannie Willis, you said it? Fannie Willis, right? Fannie opened up Pandora's box. That's why you have to have some type of integrity in the law. I'm not saying that it's perfect. This law system isn't. I understand that. But this was too high profile of a case to open up to any type of scrutiny. And that's what she did. And that's what I'm trying to get you to see, that this is the issue here.
Absolutely. You are right. She created an atmosphere.
And then she gets on the stand, almost blatantly arrogant with her vernacular on what she's talking about with the law. And her father and her mother, it's really a sign of arrogancy to me for her.
She should be arrogant, though, Shawn. She is the DA of Fulton County. All of these people coming at her are literally below her.
Cindy. The point is, the DA shouldn't be on the bench in the seat being interrogated. Hold on, by anybody. She shouldn't even be in a position to where she is sitting there defending herself. She's the ultimate defender. She's the district attorney. She shouldn't even be in a courtroom. She should have assistant DAs working the case. She shouldn't even be involved in the Donald Trump situation. She should allow the assistant district attorneys to work the case. She's in another office and they go report back to her. But she's also, to me, a woman that wants to shine. She needs all the shine. She needs all the attention. She's in the courtroom. How many district attorneys do you see in this country in the courtroom like that? And this is one of the problems. That's all I'm saying. She opened herself to all this scrutiny.
I totally understand what you're saying. Did she create this cloud of suspicion? Absolutely. Like, girl. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing too much.
But at the end of the day, what they're accusing her of, first of all, they can't even prove it. You're putting charges, you can't even prove it. Right?
Again.
I understand that, but Shawn, you can't, even though something looks bad, she has a right to defend herself and accuse them, because she literally said, you guys lied. You said he was living with me. The Trump's team is adding in all this extra stuff to make it look so bad, and in the court of public opinion.
Of course. Now, Cindy,
she's letting you know none of that happened. This is what it is. We're not even together, and this is ridiculous.
Now, Cindy, what if, and I don't know this, and then we got to get out of here. I got to go. Cindy, what if this is a trial jury decision, right? Just hear me out. I don't know if that's
not. This is just an evidentiary hearing to see if they even can move on with this.
Okay. Now let's take ourselves there. Then we gotta get out of here. Say if this was a trial jury, right? And they're in the middle of the trial, right? And the Trump team is trying to save this dude, and Fannie Wilson and all of them got everything together. And then all of a sudden, this news breaks out. And everything you said was probably right. All of this is probably speculation. But Cindy, if you're a juror and you say you're a Trump lover, and say you're not. If it casts doubt, then Trump wins. This is a case that casts doubt because the defense is going to put all this nonsense that you talked about in the air, and one person gonna go, yeah, you know what, they did do something like that. That's why I'm saying, look at the bigger picture. I think Fannie Wilson is about, you just talked about narcissism in the beginning of this show.
She's not a narcissist.
Hello.
Don't do that
then
to my
why?
good
Then if she's not, then why are we talking about her? This is a district attorney that has nothing to do with nothing but make sure all her assistant DAs are doing her job. We're talking more about Fannie Willis than we are about the case.
And that's what Trump wanted to happen.
But who caused it?
He did.
Oh, who caused this case? She did.
Yeah, because
we know Trump. We know Trump's a criminal. We already know that. She's causing all of this.
Do you think it's okay for them to railroad her?
Yes, because she put herself in that position.
I mean,
she should technically, and we gotta get out of here. Then I'm gonna give you the last word. Technically, she should be fired. She really should be fired because of the position that you hold. You broke the.
You just don't like Fannie.
I don't give a damn about Fannie. She's broke. I don't give a damn about Fannie. I'm just saying that you broke the public trust.
No,
because
she gained more trust.
Why should we hear about you having money stashed up in a safe in your house? We don't care about that. But if you're putting us in a position to tell us this, and your father being rejected from American Express cards in a restaurant, why are we there? We there because you opened up your vagina and you caused all these problems. And that's why we're here. And you look like a fool on the stand.
No,
you talking back. Like you talking back. You got you doing all this and the neck and I don't need a neck. You doing you doing too much.
I loved it. I loved every man.
Of course you did.
On February 16th, Fannie made me want to go back to school and get my law degree.
All right, let's
because like you can just eviscerate people when you know you're right.
She's not right.
I love that. You guys look out.
She's not right.
SennyJ is going to be a lawyer. 20.
She's not. Oh boy.
28. I cannot wait to pass the bar and curse somebody out in legalese. Ooh.
Okay. Again, she put herself in that position. All right, Cindy, great show today. God bless. You know, we're back tomorrow. And listen, Wendy Gonzalez, you are absolutely right. Wake the F up Mondays. Hold on to that, Cindy. I like that. And then please give us some day. I like that. I like that. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're 100% committed. Thank you so much for supporting us throughout the years. Remember, Birthday Bash, March 2nd, Comedy in Harlem, and also March 9th in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And also we're doing a pop-up in Brooklyn on March the 6th. So come and celebrate with your boy. I appreciate you. Cindy, great show today. Thank you so much for your stories. It definitely stimulated the brain, and it was great conversation as always. Everybody in the chat room, before Cindy gives the last word, let's give the beloved SennyJ a round of applause for some kick-ass stories today. Let's go.
Thank you guys so much. I guess the theme of today is respect your boundaries. Keep up your boundaries, because the minute you let them down, these people go take advantage of you.
And
stick to your boundaries, people.
And always keep money in the safe.
Keep it in the safe. Don't listen. Listen. Keep your money in a safe. Get it out the bank. They're just using your money anyway. Take it out the bank.
Okay, we out of here. We see you guys tomorrow. Please keep coming with those names and suggestions. Matter of fact, we want you guys to name our shows Monday through Friday. Even though we don't do them Monday through Friday, give us all the names. Whatever Wednesdays was Princess Cox No Pause. I like that. Get the F up Mondays with Wendy Gonzalez. Y'all keep those names coming. We see you tomorrow. We are out of here. Come on, Cindy. Let's wave at these Beautiful.
Bye, you guys. See you later. Bye.